Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and the fact that the bull market support band has recently crossed for the first time ever $40,000. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So if you're new here, this might be news to you, but the Bitcoin bull market support band that we've been using is again a combination of the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. It has been many months, about 6 months now, 6 or 7 months actually, since we've actually tested the bull market support band. Now, if you go back to the last time we tested it, it was actually in October, the very beginning of October. We first tested it at the very end of August. So Bitcoin moved above the 20-week and the 21-week EMA. We sort of moved sideways into it, but not quite a systematic test. We went on a fairly nice rally up to around 12K, consolidated for a few weeks, and then we woke up and we went down to the bull market support band. And this was, I would say, that the key test to kick off the bull market. And this is not just being said in hindsight. This was one of the stipulations we said back then, is that we need to go down to the bull market support band, test it as support, and then we can take off. Now, what's interesting again about this market cycle so far is that we have not tested it since then. And instead of testing this one so far, we've been more so holding support around the 8-week moving average. Okay, we've moved above the 8-week moving average here in October when it was around $11,000. We came close to testing it around 18 to 19,000. We tested it here at 28,000. We tested it again at 30,000 and again at 33,000. We tested it just a few weeks ago at 52,000, and currently the 8-week moving average is at 55,207. So in order to drop to that level from the current valuation, we would need to see a drop of approximately 4%. Now, why is this market cycle holding the 8-week moving average as support? Well, it actually is more, symbolic of what happened 2 cycles ago, as we've discussed. We know that the last market cycle was a fairly systematic test of the bull market support band, and the 8-week moving average was fairly inconsequential during the last market cycle. But if you go to 2 cycles ago, again, and this is basically for the people that are new, we know that we were holding more or less one of those shorter term moving averages. Maybe the 8-week moving average isn't the best one to show it, but what you can see is that whenever we decisively broke it, that was when we tested our bull market support band. And in fact, we had a weekly close below it. So that's not to say that we will even definitively hold the bull market support band whenever we do test it. So we go back to today and we say, where are they? Where's the 8-week again? The 8-week is at 55,211. So if we continue to emulate 2 cycles ago, whenever we have a weekly close below the 8-week moving average or so, it might be an indication that the next major area of support, other than maybe some shorter term moving averages that could provide some level of a bounce, would be our bull market support band, which is again a combination of the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. The 20-week SMA is now at $40,411. The 21-week EMA is actually over $42,000, right around $42,097. So it's a pretty big range. In order for us to fall to the bull market support band from the current levels, it would represent a 26% drop to get to the 21-week EMA or a 30% drop to get to the 20-week SMA. And the reason why the drop is becoming less and less, despite the fact that the price hasn't been putting in new all-time highs, is because we're simply consolidating. If we had dropped to the bull market support band at the same price we are today, but at the beginning of March, about a month ago, to get to the 20-week SMA, it would have been a 45% drop. But because we've been trending sideways more or less for the last month, now it would only represent a 30% drop to get to that level. So what do? It's just the same thing, right? We're not saying we're going to go there this week, but if we break through the 8-week moving average, and whenever we do get a correction, that will be the area to watch. And it is interesting to see it go above $40,000 for the first time. $40,000 not super long ago was actually a fairly significant milestone. The first time we passed $40,000 was actually in 2021. At the very beginning of 2021, when we went to around $42,000. So the very first time we went above 40K was only about 3 months ago. And we have not had any major pullbacks since then, other than the 30%, the 31% pullback here. We had a 26% pullback here. And so far, we've just been more or less trending sideways for a few weeks, which is helping the altcoin market because a relatively bullish Bitcoin, well above the 20-week moving average and moving sideways, can often be good for the altcoin market. Rest assured, though, if Bitcoin were to have a sizable capitulation back to the 20-week moving average, then it would not be the best for the altcoin market. And in that situation, the dominance of Bitcoin would likely go up. However, if Bitcoin continues trending sideways, then there's a decent chance the dominance could go down as altcoins make some moves, not only against the US dollar, but also against Bitcoin. So again, this is just our weekly video on the bull market support band. With it crossing $40,000, it is a fairly impressive milestone. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. We have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. Click the bell icon to turn on your notifications. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.